Hello and welcome back to KG Law. I'm Kelly, the owner and founder of KG Law, located in Sterling Heights, Michigan. We do cover most of the state though. So if you have a legal issue, feel free to reach out to us so that we can help you. This one's totally different. This is a kind of a did you know? A lot of my parents are, and even my friends with children don't realize that there's a program through your local library. First of all, the local libraries are always a great resources of things to do with your children. If you're looking for low-cost things, they usually have special events. During the summer, they have summer reading programs. By the way, Barnes & Noble also has a summer reading program that you can get kids involved, and they can earn free books. But most libraries nowadays have maker spaces, so your kids can learn how to do great things. You can check out all kinds of, I know our local library, you can check out tools, cake pans, sewing machines, all kinds of wonderful things. I know my mother's does too, and a couple other friends' districts, so I always encourage my families, especially my families who are going through divorces, or I have single parent situations where budgets are tight, and budgets are tight for everybody. Check out your local library. Oftentimes too, your local libraries have passes to different things. I know my local library has a program where you can get passes to the Science Center, to I live in the Metro Detroit area, so we can get them to Cranbrook. We can get them to I think the DIA. Although I live in, if you're in the Wayne, Oakland, Macomb County, if you're a resident of Wayne, Oakland, or Macomb County in Michigan, you can get in free to the DIA, so the Detroit Institute of Art, which has got some amazing exhibits going on. So yeah, your librarians, these people know things. They are the pinnacle of information, and they love to share. If you also have a child who is struggling in an area or has a great interest in an area, my son is now 24. This is just an odd story. My son was, I thought he was going to actually grow up to be a pharmacist. I'm highly suggestive. He was fascinated by the it's a book of all kinds of medications, and he wanted to understand what he was taking and understand, like, what do the pills look like, what do they do, kind of thing. And our librarians tracked down the book that pharmacists use with all the pills in them, and then they tracked him down an older copy that he could actually have with him. My son suffered with a lot of anxiety as a child, and that helped relieve the anxiety that he had. I was looking for an old manual. I had an older car at the time, like when the kids were little, and I need the owner's manual because I couldn't figure out how to do stuff. And they whipped it out in 2 seconds. Like, here it is. My daughter was fascinated by the periodic table, and again, they pulled out children's books at her level when she was at that were about the periodic table. They found books. My son struggled to learn to read. They found him a book series called Nate the Great, that my son took off, and he read every single Nate the Great book I think that was ever published at that point. But that's what really kick-started my son into being able to flourishing reading-wise. You know, they also, in order to him really practice reading, our local library has a program where they have a therapy dog come in, and the kids can book a time where they get to read to the dog, and the dog usually curls up, and they get to curl up on the floor. They usually have like pillows and stuff like that. So I'm really going to encourage people to check out their local library, especially if you're going through stuff with your kids and are looking for things to do. That's a great place to start.